discussed about the living world, the first part of which included the characteristics of each and every organism. We studied about the characteristics of living organism characteristics. Then we studied about nomenclature. Then we studied about binomial nomenclature. What are the two components of a scientific name. Then we studied about the systematics, the study of taxonomic hierarchy, or the taxonomist is known as systematics. And we knew Linnaeus had worked on the book, or he had published a book called Systema Naturae, so that's important. Then moving on, in this video we'll be studying about the taxonomic categories. So firstly, taxonomic category is overall taxonomic arrangement. It is the actual the category part of overall taxonomic arrangement. So if you take a classification, as the word says, classification is simplifying into various steps. So classification is not a single step. It involves hierarchy, that is different steps to be involved to represent a rank or a category. So a taxonomic category is just the overall taxonomic arrangement. So taxonomic hierarchy constitutes all the categories together. They combine all the taxonomic categories together. So if each category refers to a unit of classification, I'll give you an example later, you just understand the definition right now. So each category refers to as a unit of classification. In fact, it represents the rank and is commonly termed as taxon. So taxon is a rank in a classification. If you take kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species, this is a hierarchy. The whole part is a hierarchy. So a kingdom can be told as taxonomic category, or a phylum, the only rank or the only taxon, that is phylum, can be represented as taxonomic category. It is a category among the hierarchy. Understood? So if you take an example as insect, in insect, if I take a cockroach, it belongs to a species. Okay, so cockroach belongs to a species. For example, Periplaneta americana. So americana is a species of a Periplaneta. Periplaneta is genus name of a cockroach. So Periplaneta americana is genus and species which belongs to the family of insects, or the phylum, or the kingdom of the insects. Okay, so there is common category among all these organisms. So one common category of insects is or the common feature of insects is 3-pair jointed legs. If you see an organism with 3 pairs of jointed legs, you can identify it as it belongs to insect, kingdom insecta, phylum insecta, sorry. So it belongs to phylum insecta. So each rank or each taxon, it represents a unit of classification. The taxon can be told as a kingdom or a phylum or a division. It can be any rank or any taxon in the classification. So taxonomic studies of all organisms have led to the development of common categories, that is kingdom, phylum, division, and class, order, and family, genus, and species. All these are the common categories. You'll have to remember this because they may ask you the increasing and decreasing order of common characteristics, and they may show you these kingdom, phylum, division, and they may ask you to show the actual ascending order or descending order of the characteristics of the organism. You'll have to represent it as, if it is increase in common characters, then it goes from kingdom to species, or decrease in common characters from species to kingdom. I hope you understood. We'll be studying about each and every taxonomic category in detail in the next coming video. So in this section, you'll be studying about the basic requirement, the knowledge of characters of an individual or group of organisms. If you want to divide the organisms into a group or in taxon, you'll first have to look through the character of an individual or the group of organism. So if you take human as an example, you'll first have to see the characteristics of the human. You'll have to compare between them and see what are the similarities and dissimilarities with humans as well as the close relatives like monkeys. Okay, so species. So what is species? Species is a taxonomic studies considered as a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities as species. So one should be able to, there are fundamental similarities in species. That is what they have said here. There is fundamental similarities. Fundamental is the basic similarities as seen in species. So one should be able to distinguish one species from other closely related species based on the distinct morphological differences. So seeing the morphological differences, you can relate the species. For an example, they have given Magnifera indica, that is mango. This is mango, scientific name. Then you have Solanum tuberosum, which is potato, they have given here, and Panthera leo for lion. All these three names have names indica, tuberosum, and leo represent the specific epithets. That is the second part of the binomial naming nomenclature, the second component, which is specific epithet. So this indica, tuberosum, and leo. Indica, tuberosum, and leo are the specific epithets. While the first name, that is Magnifera, Solanum, Pantherum, are genera. So they belong to the genus species. That is higher level or the higher taxon or the category that comes after species. So each genus may have one or more than one specific epithet. Sometimes the scientific name of an organism may contain one or more than specific epithets. I'll give you an example later. So different representing them, they belong to different organisms, but they have the same just a second, I'll see. Each genus may have one or more than one specific epithets representing different organisms, but having morphological similarities. They may have the same epithets, one or more than one specific epithet for a same genus. That is, for example, Panthera leo and Panthera tigris. Here Panthera is the same genus, they belong to same genus, but they have different species. So this is what they have said, told here. So I hope you understood that the Panthera leo and Panthera tigris belong to same genus, but they are different species. So one genus may have different specific epithets. Okay. So for next, they have given one more example. That is, Panthera has another specific epithet called tigris, and Solanum, as I told you, there are Panthera leo as well as Panthera tigris. For Solanum also, Solanum is a genus. So in Solanum you might have nigrum or melognia. Solanum nigrum and Solanum melongena. So this Solanum is a species and Nigrum and Melongena are the species. So one genus may have more than one specific epithets. So if you take an example of human beings belong to the species Sapiens, which is grouped under the genus Homo. So the scientific name of human being is Homo sapiens. I hope you understood. So we'll move on to the next part, that is genus. So genus comprises of a group of related species which have more characters in common in comparison to species. See, in species you have very less common characters. That is, the same group of species belong here, but in genus you have characters compared to species. There are more common characters compared to species. That is what they tell. So for an example for genus, they have given potato, tomato, and brinjal are different species, but they all belong to the same genus, that is Solanum. For a lion, there is a Leo, Paradis, and tigris, which are different species, but they all belong to the same genus, that is Panthera. They belong to Panthera genus. So This is what they have explained in genus. So we'll next move on to the family part. So the next category, that is family, is a group of related genera, related genus with still less number of similarities when compared to genus and species. It has lesser number of similarities compared to genus and species. So family can be characterized based on their vegetative and reproductive features of the plant species. So among plants, for example, there are three different genera, that is Solanum, Tunia and Datura. All belong to the same family, that is Solanaceae. They belong, that is Solanum, you have Tunia, Nunia, then you have Datura. So they all belong to the same family, that is Solanaceae. So if you take an example of animals also, they have given an example of animals also. For a genus Panthera, which comprises of lion, tiger, leopard, it all belongs to the same genus, that is they belong to the family cats, that is Felis. So the family is called as Felidae. So the tiger, lion and leopard, which belong to the same genus, that is Panthera, all these belongs to the same cat family, that is Felidae. So if you compare the family of cat and a dog, there is difference. So they do not belong to the same family. So the lion, tiger and leopard, though they look so huge in number, huge in size and all, they still belong to the family cat's family, that is Felidae. If you compare cat and a dog, they do not belong to the same family. They have different similarities between them. So if you group, there are two different families. For a cat you call it as Felidae, and for a dog you call it as Caninidae. I hope you understood. So we move on to the next category, that is order. So in this order, we have seen earlier species, genus and families are based on the similar characters on the same characteristics. For example, for a Leo, it belongs to species. For Panthera, Leo, Panthera tigris and Panthera they all belong to the same genus, that is Panthera. Then if you come to the cat family, all the cats that is lion, tiger and leopard, they all belong to the family. And now it comes to order. When you see this, there's a similarity up till families. They have number of similar characters keeps on decreasing. I hope you understood. So order, it is the higher taxonomic category compared to the family, genus and species. So order is assembled above family, which has few similar characters, very few when compared to the family. The similar characters are less in number compared to different genera. So here they have said that there is similar characters which is less in number when compared to genera and family. So if you take an example of plant families like Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae, they are included in the order, that is Polynomials. So Polymonials are a group of families having Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae. So Convolvulaceae has a climber family that has all the flowering plants, for example sweet potatoes or any other species belong here. And Solanaceae, as I told you in the last section of the family, they had told that Solanum tuberosum, Solanum niger all belong to Solanaceae family. So these two families, that is Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae belong to the same order, Polymonials. So what is Polymonials? Polymonials are having more number of flowers in just one branch of a plant. So poly, as the name says, polymonials, more number of flowers. So this order, polymonials, is mainly these families are being included in this order based on the floral characters. So the animal of order Carnivora, if you take in Carnivora, an animal kingdom, Carnivora order represents Felidae and Caninidae. So Carnivora, as the word suggests, Carnivora, which consumes animals, that is carnivores. So they have given the name based on the food what they take in. So Carnivora, as the animal, it belongs to animal order Carnivora, having the families Felidae and Caninidae. I hope you understood. So we'll move on to the next part, that is the class, the next category after order. So for an example, they have given primate. So primate includes monkeys, gorilla, gibbons, and is placed in the class Mammaliae. So primate is the order. So this order, below this order, you have monkeys, gorillas, and gibbons, which are the species that belong under the class Mammaliae. So the category consists of all the related orders that have relationship between the orders are included here. That is the class Mammalia, which Mammalia also has the order Carnivora. I hope you understood. That includes animals like tiger, cat, dog. Like Carnivora, the order Carnivora has tiger, cat, dogs, all the Felidae and Caninidae also can be included under the class Mammalia. So Mammalia has the orders primate, Carnivora. I hope you understood. So class Mammalia has all other orders also. So then we'll move on to the next category, that is phylum. So phylum comprises of all the classes like fish, amphibian, reptiles, birds, along with mammals. So this is the next higher category after the classes. So phylum consists of all class Pisces, class Amphibia, class Reptilia, class Aves, and class Mammalia all together belong to phylum. So this phylum has common features like presence of notochord. If you take an example of animal kingdom, you can see the presence of notochord and the dorsal hollow neural nerve cord. We'll be studying about the neural system and the notochord in the kingdom Animalia lesson. So the next, all these classes together can be put under the same phylum called Chordata. I hope you understood. So under Chordata, you have many classes like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammalia. So together they are called as Chordata. In case of plants, you take it as a division. Okay. So all these classes like just a second. So if you take an example of plants for a division, there are monocots and dicots. That is the division under the class Angiospermae. For a division, you take it as phanerogams and cryptogams. So phanerogams and cryptogams are based on the presence of seed and their naked, whether they are naked seeded or they have seeds or not. So that is the division. So if you take a plant, you won't say it as phylum, you take it as division. I hope you understood. So the next part is kingdom, the highest rank of all of the hierarchy. So various all animals that belong to the various phylums are assigned to the highest category, that is animal kingdom Animalia. So that is under this kingdom Animalia, you have many categories, that is phyla, many phylas. So the kingdom is the highest rank of all these. Similarly, kingdom Plantae has comprises of all plants which belong to various divisions. There are different divisions in the plant kingdom also that come under the main category kingdom Plantae. So there are two groups as animal and plant kingdom. I hope you understood. So the taxonomic category from species to animal, they have given it in the figure 1.1, as you can see here. They have given the taxonomic category showing hierarchical arrangement in the ascending order. Ascending order is from smaller common species to the least one, highest one. So from the least common characters to the highest common characters, they have shown the ascending order. So they have represented species to be the lowest rank, then genus, then family, then order, class, phylum or division, and kingdom. So please do remember this order. This is very much important. This question has been asked many a times in the NEET exam for the MCQ part, so mark it as important part. They might ask you in the form of ascending order or the descending order. So we'll move on to the next part, that is the taxonomic classification. How are we going to do it? So taxonomists have also developed certain subcategories under the category. Under a category, there are certain subcategories to so that you get while dividing any topic into subcategories, you'll easily be able to identify which category it belongs to, or you can easily facilitate for the more sounding and how to understand the more important categories. So subcategories we'll be seeing subcategories also in the next coming chapters. So they have given one table, that is organism with the taxonomic categories to simplify your reading. So they have given common names, biological name, that is biological nomenclature of an organism, then genus, the family, order, then class and phylum or division to which it belongs. So the first common name they have mentioned as man. For a man, the biological nomenclature is Homo sapiens. So it belongs to the genus Homo and specific epithet as sapiens. Then it belongs to the family Hominidae, order Primata, and class Mammaliae, and under the division or the phylum. Phylum, when you take it as animal, you consider it as phylum, and when you take it as a plant, it is a division. I hope you understood. So under phylum, Chordata. Then you have housefly, Musca domestica. So this belongs to the genus Musca and family Musidae, and the order Diptera, class Insecta, and phylum Orthopoda. So these two belong to the kingdom Animalia. Under kingdom Animalia, you have phylum Chordata and phylum Orthopoda. Then you have mango, Magnifera indica, the binomial nomenclature. Then you have genus Magnifera. So it belongs to the family Oncardaceae and order Saphinodales, and the class Dicotyledonnae, and the phylum Angiospermae. So then the common name of wheat, they have given the biological name, that is Triticum aestivum. So genus Triticum, family Poaceae, then order Poales, and the class Monocotyledonnae, and to the division Angiospermae. So these are the taxonomic categories. Next, we'll be studying about taxonomical aids in the next video. I hope you understood the taxonomic category. Please do give importance to these biological names. They surely will ask one or two questions about these binomial nomenclature. They may ask you which class it belongs or to which order it belongs, and you'll have to know the different orders that are given that is being given in the textbook. So they have given Felidae, Caninidae, all those things, Carnivora, Mammaliae, and from first to now, whatever important words or the scientific names that are being given in this textbook, please do make a note of it. Just keep a small notebook of it or A4 sheets, fold it off, write the common name and biological names that are being given in the textbook. So make a note of all those things. They might come in MCQs for NEET. So this chapter, though it covers one or two questions, those one or two questions might come in taxonomic categories as well or taxonomic aids. So taxonomical aids we'll be covering in the next video. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, please do put it in the comment section. I'll be helping you out with it. So about MCQs, I have planned to do it after the chapter. I'll be posting the video of the MCQs as well for each and every chapter. For now, I would prefer you to make notes on each and every scientific name that is being given in the textbook. If you like the video, please do give a thumbs up. If you want more such videos, do subscribe to the channel and press the bell button for the notification. Thank you, and for the next video, do subscribe for that notification of taxonomical aid. Thank you.